Hi guys and welcome to Python tutorial of a game, kind of like a shooting game. So I'm going to first of all show you guys this. That's my score there. As you can see, I have all these objects being spawned all around, and here that's my shooter. So if I click on that, as you can see I've started taking down the object, the spawning objects. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys into Python development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's close that and start a new project. So we start first of all by importing the following. Make sure you guys have installed Pygame. Right, next I'm going to import the math function, mathematics function that I intend to use as well. So I'm going to call that math. Then finally, I will also import the random function. There we go. Next, let's give my project, let's get it initialized. I'm going to say Pygame. I want to initialize you dot init. There we go. And next, I want to create let's just call that the screen dimension. I'm going to call it dimension. Okay. Then I have my width, right? And I also have my height. I intend to specify the height. I'm going to make that about 1700 comma by 880. There we go. Next, let's just say screen. That is going to be equals Pygame dot display dot set underscore mode, and that is going to be the width. So let's say the width and the height. Grab all of those. Boom. Paste them in there. And this Pygame.display, I also want it to display the caption. So I'm going to grab hold of this and just enter caption in there. Right down there. Specify a caption. And what caption do I want in there? I'm just going to call it flying objects. Muted. That's it. Done. Close that. All right, that's good. So now what color I intend to use? I'm going to be using white. Let's say white. That is going to be for the scoreboard. So enter that in there. That's going to be 255 by 255 by 255. That's out of the way. Next, let's take care of another one. That is going to be the back color. So let's make that blue. There. The black is 000. Okay. There we go. There. And the bullet that will be spawning, that is going to be red. So let's come down here and let's change that to red. And the red is 255 by 0 by 0. There we go. There. Next is going to be, let's add a timer or a clock to control the frame per second. So let's just say clock for controlling FPS frame per second. And that clock is going to be clock. That's going to be equals Pygame.time.clock. So Pygame dot time dot clock, and you enter parentheses in there to get the value. That's good. Now, the next thing is going to be the parameters for this my gun and so on. So I'm going to just enter another comment for the gun parameters. So let's say gun parameter. There we go. And it's going to be as follows. There, that's my gun parameter there. Position, the color, the length, and the angle. And after that, what about the bullet? Let's say the bullet parameter. So let's grab all of that and put a bullet there. Say bullet parameter. Yeah. And that's going to be, let's see, bullet speed at which it's going to move, underscore speed, and that's going to be plus 20. Next is going to be the bullet itself. That takes in. There we go. What about the flying objects? Next is the flying object parameters. So that's the flying object parameter. Flying object, the radius, flying object radius, the speed, the spawn time, and the interval between each flying object. Okay, that's fine. So next, let's take care of the score itself. So I'll come down here and just say score. That is our score counter. So score is going to be equal 0. This is the comments. Score is 0. And what about the font? Font, that is going to be Pygame font dot font, and is going to be, let's say, none. Yeah, none. Comma, and the size is about maybe 36. Yeah, that takes care of the font for the score recorder. Then the next is to actually create a function to rotate the gun base on the mouse position. So let's enter that in there so that you guys know. That's a function to rotate gun base on the mouse position. There we go, like this. And right there, enter the function. There we go, guys. That is the function to rotate the gun base. Next is going to be, that's a function. That's going to be to shoot the bullet, really. And those are the function. That's the function to shoot the bullet. And the next function is to actually spawn the object. So let's grab function to spawn. Function to spawn flying object. To spawn flying object. There. Okay. There we go. Function to spawn the flying objects. Right there, guys. And now let's create another function. That's going to be function to display score. And we just call that declare a function underscore score and enter score into the parameters. Okay, the score text, let's on the score text, and that is going to be equals font dot render. Now we just say def in there. Okay, convert it to string. That's what that's when you do. The score, display the score in there, and what are we displaying? This code is 01. So let's grab hold of that, paste that in here, run that up, and just say true, comma. It's going to be white. There we go. And the screen blip. So let's say that one is going to be the position in this case. Let's say string dot blip. I'm talking of the coordinate now. That's going to be for this code. That's going to be score text is going to be in coordinate 0 by 0. No, let's make it 10 by 10 instead of 0 by 0. 10, that will be 10 by 10, comma 10. There we go. And run down. So I've taken care of the function to display this code. So let's take care of the main game loop. So come right down here and just say main game loop. Enter another one. Main game loop. And that's going to be, let's use a while. So while the game is running, so running, that's going to be is true. Now using the while loop, so while running, then we want the screen to be filled black, and say screen dot fill, that will be black. Alright, so we then need to get the mouse position and calculate the gun angle. So let's come right down here and do that. Alright, that is the get mouse position and calculate the gun angle and draw the rotating gun as follows. Those are the lines of code that will do that. Now the next thing is, let's enter another. This is to undo the events. Okay, and using a for loop, this will definitely handle the event for us there. Okay, so that is taken care of. So this will undo the event. This will shoot bullet upon the click of the mouse. That's what this one will do. Next is to remove bullet dots. Let's update the bullet position first though. So let's come down here and just get that updated. So say update. Update the bullet position. Using a for loop. Let's come down here with just a for bullet in bullet. Okay, enter square bracket and set the compound column. Now we want to get the position of the bullets, the X direction and the Y direction as well. There we go. That's the position, the X direction and the Y axis as well. Then the system will just draw it out in circles for us. Then to remove it, okay, remove bullet, that's leave the string. Any bullet that fly out of the spring will be taken off. Okay. And next, we want to actually spawn flying objects at interval. So let's come right down here. Okay, space, invent. Right there. That's me now spawning the objects at an interval. Okay, second each. Then updating the flying object as well. Then the next is keep flying object within the boundaries. That is it right there. And here, this is important. You see this one? This will actually be generating the objects using randomized color. Okay, this one. And that is where we call it. Create a circle that will be inside the frame and the color is blue, which will be, that's the variable I call it, which will be randomized right in the random position. Then check that the bullets collide with the flying objects. That's the function that carry out the checks. Then display the score. Just call that once collision is detected. Then update the string. And finally end the whole process. So I'm going to save this. Let's come in the file, save as. So I'll just call it, let's call it spawning game. This is spawning game. Spawn, yes, game. Save. There we go. Okay, let's try it out. But before then, I'm going to show you guys the lines of codes one more time. Take it from the top. There we go. And take it down. And down. Okay. So let's run it now. Run. There we go. Look at that. Take that down. Look at that, guys. I suppose you guys enjoy the game, and can you please subscribe to my channel? And guess what, guys? You can also join to become a member of the channel. For the members, there are a lot of benefit. We can always send you these lines of codes for you to play around and carry out whatever improvement you want in these codes. All right. I suppose you guys enjoy it. So I have to go now. You all have a nice day. And bye for now.